Okay, now we'll look at one of the older ones. So Dazed and Confused by Rule. So what you'll notice, it was in the chords for pop songs. Now I've replaced the one I had in there with a new one. It's just under Dazed and Confused by Rule, strumming chords. So this one's pretty much got the whole arrangement. Now it's just still got the strummed chords that we were doing, bar chords mixed with open chords. Because in the recording I noticed the guitarist is arpeggiating them, but we'll just stick to the strummed chords like we were for now. And we can add arpeggios later. So what you'll notice is there are three parts. The first one that we already knew, this one. So there's that's used for the verses and the choruses. And then there's like a post-chorus afterwards where it's just F sharp minor to A, where it's just and played twice. Now after that it repeats twice. You have the da segno going back to the beginning and doing it all again, and then you have a 3/8 bar, so 3 beats rest before you go into the bridge. Now the bridge I decided to do what I think I can hear in the recording, where it's just triads played higher up on the guitar. So the first one is C sharp, so instead of playing a chord, a full bar chord there, you're just playing the top 3 strings. You're playing the C sharp with your first finger on the 4th fret of the first string, your little finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and your 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And that's a C triad, root triad. So you're just going to play it 3 times like this. 1, 2, 3, and then you slide it up 1 fret to the D triad. 1, 2, 3, you do that again. So it's just sliding up 1 fret from the 6th, from the 4th, 6th, and 6th fret up to the 5th, 7th, and 7th fret. So first finger on 5th fret of the 1st string, little finger and little finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So it's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you've got an A triad. Now this is actually called A first inversion. But it's what you're doing is you've got your first finger across the 5th fret on 5, first finger barred across the 5th fret of the 1st and 2nd string, and then your middle finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, like that. It's a bit like, the F chord, that sort of chord there. But you don't have the 3rd finger there, you just have the top 3 strings. But in this case, it's moved all the way up to here, all the way up to the 5th and 6th frets. So it'll be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll play along with, I'll play the whole arrangement and you can play along. I won't attempt to sing this. You can also play along with the recording afterwards if you want. So I'll just count us in, and I'll be a bit more interesting with the strums, I think, for the chorus. I'll be a bit more intense. I'll put more, muted strings. So verse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Post chorus. 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 And then we're coming up to the 3 beats rest. 1, 2, 3. Third time. Fourth time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chorus. Okay, so and then another new one that I think is important to practice. Also keep up with some of the older stuff if you have time, but like I said, we'll just concentrate on some of the newer things for now. Another one, if you go to the chords, if you go to rock, one of the newer songs that we're doing at the moment is Africa, but I also put another new one in there, Hey Jude by the Beatles. Now, this one, I've got pretty much the whole arrangement, and they're all chords that you should know, but they're the trickier ones. Now, you can use bar chords for this as well, rather than just the 4-chord F. I know you guys can play the bar chords, or you can just stick to these ones for now. So I've just written them with the basic 4 and 5 strings. So F is this one, C is your regular C, and then we have a C7 with the little finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, the B flat, and then we've got the B flat as well. You can finger it this way, you know, the first way we learned, which was first finger there, little 3rd and little finger, 3rd finger, and middle finger on the 3rd fret, or you can do the bar chord like that with the first finger and then the 3rd finger across the 3rd fret. You can do that as well, whichever one you feel most comfortable, or even that one with the first here and then the middle, 3rd, little. So there's a lot of ways to finger it, but for this demonstration I'm just going to be using that one because that's the way I've written it. And there's some single notes in here as well where I've tried to make it sound more like the piano. The F7, I've decided to just do a 3-chord F7 because it sounds more like it in the piano. So with the F7, you've got your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, like that. Then you've got your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then you've got your little finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, and you get that chord. So what I'm going to do is I'll play through, and there's like also at the end of the choruses, I've decided to do 3-note chords like on the piano, or you know, they have the melody that the piano is playing. Like that. So it's just the top 3 strings. You know, you have the C like this, open, first, open, and then second, first, and then a C up here. 5, 5, 3. So it just makes the guitar arrangement a bit more interesting, and you'll see it on the music that I've put in the Google Drive. So I'll just go through it, and we'll play through this in the lesson too. So the first one is, so if we take it right from the beginning, I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. F. F7, F, B flat, F, C. Now second time ending, F 3 times. Single notes, so 1, 0 to the F7 I told you about. So it's 2, 3, 4, B flat, F, G minor over F. I forgot to tell you about that. So like it's G minor, you put your first finger across the top 3 strings, 1, 2, 3. So first, second, third string, you bar it across there, and then you have your third finger at the 5th fret of the 4th string. You can do the bar chord, but then you're gonna have like a G minor over F. So sometimes it's easier just to like do the one I told you about, then take your third finger off, and then your first finger is gonna be barred across the 4 top strings. So first, second, third, and fourth. So you can have it there ready and go 1, 2. So that might be the easiest one for now. So I'll do that again. I'll go from the second time ending of the verse. So it's like F7, B flat, F, G minor over F, C, F 3 times, and then that's single notes, F7, B flat, F, G minor over F, C, and then we go back to F, 3 times only, and then you've got single notes again. You've got C, D, like that part where it goes na, 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 na. So it's C, D, or first fret on the second string to third fret of the second string. So, and then you go to F7 twice, and then you've got those triads I told you about. So C, F, C, C, and we do it again, C, F, C, C. So going from the second time ending of the chorus, I'll play that a bit more in time. So it's F, 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 C, D, F7, F7, C, F, C, C. And then it goes back to the verse. And I've just written it there, so F, C, C7, F, B flat, F, C, and then we go back to F, F, and now it only gets played once. The verse only gets played once the second and third time. Then we have the desegno, so we play those single notes again. So it's F, 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 E, single notes, and then we go back desegno to the chorus again. F7, B flat, F, G minor over F, C, and then F, single notes, F7, B flat, F, G minor over F, C. We're going to the second time ending, F, single notes, F7, triads, and then we repeat the verse after that, only once, F, C, C7, F, B flat, F, and now C, Dakota, and then it's at the coda now, F, F, and then we go to the end part, the one where they have the na 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 nas. So it's like F, E flat, B flat, and then F. And actually, I'll have to redo that chart because I just realized I wrote F above the B flat, but that can be fixed easily. just in case you're looking at it before I've had a chance to fix it. So anyway, for the end riff, it's F 4 times, and then you've got an E flat. Now the way to do this E flat, imagine you're doing a G minor like you did before. The first finger is across the top 3 strings, and then your third finger is on the 5th fret of the 4th string, but now you're going to put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. So the way that's going to look is, so 5, 3, 4, 1. So it's like a G minor chord. So barred across the top 3 strings, your third finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then your middle finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. And then you're going to go to the B flat. And then I made this one more rhythm. So like in the recording. So I'll play through that, I'll play through it 8 times and you can play along, see how you go. So F,